Sandra. I am trying to give you a early spring update on my little urban garden. It is mid-May, and just wanted to show you that the tomato plant is thriving. These are called stellar tomatoes. Not sure how big they're going to get, but you can see that it's starting to turn red. You can look at those in comparison to the cherry tomato plant. It's still producing. I've been picking off of it on a daily basis. But yeah, the marigold that I had here to protect it from any bugs, it seems to be withering quite a bit. We had a lot of rain. I'm not sure if it's just getting too much water. The rosemary is here. That's thriving. However, the chives here, I think it's time to dig those up and give another plant a chance here. So this section over here is shaded most of the morning. Around 10 to 11, it does start to get a lot of sun. So update here, the ginger is still in the pot. I think I need to put it in the ground. I did add some peas here, and I added some more whole beans. I think some people even call it green beans here. So initially, this has started to produce, and I did harvest quite a few green beans. Some of them I left on too long, and when you do that, look, it turns yellow. But the good news is that there's always new growth happening, new buds appearing, look like maybe new beans are forming. Whenever you see flowers, that's a good sign, because that means that it's still producing new harvest. So one thing that I did learn is succession planning. So ideally when you plant, you want to have another plant right behind it, because you want it to be able to continue producing for you to eat. So let's say I harvested these beans and I didn't plant anything else. After I harvest this, then I'll be out of beans. So the whole idea with succession planning is that you have another plant blooming at a different time, so you can keep, getting your food. In this case, green beans. I did plant these marigolds here from seed, and it's starting to produce marigolds. Protect a lot of the plants from bugs. If you can see these white these white things, that's what they look like. That's what the green bean seed looks like. Or the pole bean, that's what it looks like. Of course, I should have put it down deeper. So I'm going to use my fingers here, make a little area there, push it down about half an inch or so, and cover it. So I'm going to do this throughout. Next time you see my nails, I'll have a press on nails, because gardening is not for the weak. You hear me? It's not really cute, but it's fun. I do like it. I'm learning a lot. Ideally, you want to use tools for this, but I don't have time to go and get anything right now. I should have did this. I planted these like yesterday. Just covering them up. I used some soil that I already had used before. I had potatoes, and the soil was a mixture of soil, cow manure, and such. You're supposed to plant these like a certain number of inches, space them out. But I got lazy, I'm gonna be honest with you, and I just threw them in here. So this is lazy gardening at its finest. At its finest, you hear me? But nature is forgiving because, like, you saw how I had those out. It could have been an animal that come by, like a bird or something, that would have taken it away for food, and they would have every right to do so. This is just like a weed. Okay. All right, so we're good. We're good. The thing about gardening is trial and error, especially here. I am in an urban setting in Fort Lauderdale. This is the side of my yard. And as I learn, I start to go down further and further and further. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining if you joined. My name is Tiandra. Just want to say hi back to everybody who's saying hi. I don't know. Is it Garving? I can't pronounce your name because I don't know where to stop. See, Garv, Vic, Car, Guthgar. Forgive me if I pronounced that wrong. But yeah, I'm in an urban setting. I'm in downtown Fort Lauderdale. Hello, good morning. And just showing you an update on my garden. So this is mint. I mixed it with some sage in this pot. Some things I put in the ground because I see some things thrive in the ground and then other things they do okay in the pot. I haven't quite figured this one out yet. I've been moving it to different places in my yard. I had it in one area. It was getting too much sun, so I put it over here. This is like it has an overhang, so a lot of this gets shade. I planted this right here. I swear I don't know what that is. I think it's a sunflower, but I'm not sure. I do not know what this is. So it's good. This is why look, when I put these things down here to remind me of what I have sometimes because I'm new at it, and now looking at some things I know what they are from looking at it. But for the most part, I try to keep these little things that I get from Home Depot. I know you can, label things, with chalk and the DIY stuff, but I'm a little lazy. This is my greens, collard greens. I do see a little bit of bugs on this for the first time, so I'm gonna have to get back out here and take care of it. Whenever you see something that's yellowing, that either means a disease or too much water. So I try to keep everything off the ground. So if you look at this, I'm gonna turn my phone. I don't know if that's gonna work. Ground level? No, that didn't work good. I try to keep everything clear off of the ground so that the disease doesn't go up the plant. But and bugs don't get to it. And I use these plants right here to ward off bugs and insects. And they've been doing a pretty good job. I did take some of the greens off of the first 4 or 5 of these and gave them to my neighbor. She said she cooked some greens for her and her family. She said it was enough to give her daughter a scoop. So I'm going to take some off this weekend and make them for myself. So with collard greens, you can mix them up in smoothies. You can saute them on top of the stove like olive oil, garlic. You can boil them with like smoked meat and seasonings. That's the most popular way that I've grown up to, that I learned growing up. But you can let me know if you use any of these things. These are collard greens. Very, very nutritious. Spearmint, sage, pole beans, and ginger down there. This new spot is going to be peas. So this is a vegetable garden. We have tomatoes here. I feel like this area, these plants here, the cherry tomato plant and the regular tomato plant is not doing as good as right over here. So with gardening, it's a lot about this, where you put things and how you prune them. That's what I'm learning from this area here. Okay, so I'm gonna go on over, show you more. Over here, I'm starting over with some marigold seeds. This one isn't doing too well. I think that the soil is maybe too moist. Maybe it's not enough drainage. I'm not really sure here. Oh, but there's something growing, so I guess it's just taking a while for the seeds to come up. And I didn't want to put too much soil in here, but I clearly have enough room for more soil. Same thing here, I'm growing more marigolds. I just put them down. Oh no, I think right here, these are wildflowers, like daisies. Yeah, daisies. I just did this a couple days ago. There's more sage, and coming up around it'll be more of the marigold plants. This is just something that I have that's sort of like decorative. So this is my little chill area. I like to come out here. Me and my neighbors sit out here. We have wine, or we just talk, and we have a little fire going here. More marigolds. A strawberry plant started producing again. I didn't harvest the strawberries, so I need to clean this out. You can see I have the eggshells in there, keep away any slugs. But it's starting to produce again. It's starting to produce again. It produces continuously. So they'll grow bigger and they're very good and sweet. Here's another one of these plants just for decoration. So I do try to attract butterflies. So that's what you'll see with this plant here. I do feed the birds. That's what this is here. You can hear the birds in the background, I'm sure. And thank you for the thumbs up, anybody who has joined, and thank you for joining. And I do provide clean water for the birds here. So it's like my little sanctuary. Oh, okay. Over here, these are just decorative flowers. Nothing is really edible. But I also have this right here for the birds when they come by. Some food in there. So it's like my little sanctuary, my little garden, my little spot. So my color theme is mainly like white and pink. So I have these which bloom constantly, every day, every month. I have a foxtail fern, which is cute, begonias, hibiscus. It's like a little 4th of July firework display over here every day. And I have more of the plants for the butterflies. A couple of little things that sort of creep and grow across the ground that are green and bright and yellow and bright. See, I have a snake plant back there, but I'm thinking about pulling it up. It's not doing too well there. This is a beautiful plant. I think it's called a dewdrop plant. So, and I have this palm here. I'm going to add some more of these. palms by the window. More hibiscus plants. This is a marigold. I'm gonna take that up and move it, put it somewhere else because this plant grows a lot. I have to cut it back a lot. It'll overtake everything and stuff the growth of other plants. So that's it for my garden update for May. I showed you my vegetable garden and my little garden that I created out front. It's like a constant display of blooming flowers and a little sanctuary for the birds. You probably can hear them in the background. I even started working on my neighbors over there. I'm gonna I'm gonna take you over there and give you an update maybe next week on that. But this is it. This is my little sanctuary for a little bit of peace and enjoyment of outdoors when I can get it. All right, thank you everyone. Thank you so much for joining. I'll keep you updated on the garden. I hope you have a wonderful and blessed week. If you haven't already, please join my channel, like this video, comment if you have any advice for me, or share what you're doing in your garden. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you all. Have a blessed day. What's today? Today is Wednesday. Enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy the rest of your spring. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye, fabulous starlings.